Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other host, right over there.
What's up? It's Dee. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts.
Yep, we're talking the AFC Championship game. The Chiefs and the Bills. Are the Chiefs going to continue the three-peat? Can Josh Allen get over the hump? Haley Steinfeld versus Taylor Swift, Caitlin Clark, and the Rizzler. It is the all-star game of booths up in the stadium. So yeah, what are you feeling right now? Right now, the Chiefs are barely the favored team by 1.5 points. It's a toss up right now, but is this the year that Josh Allen finally slays the dragon?
I believe so. I think that this Bills team is going to beat this Kansas City Chiefs team. I think that Josh Allen right now is just kind of firing on all cylinders, and not only is he firing on all cylinders, but the team is 100% feeding off of his energy. And I was like, why are they doing like some of these QB powers or the QB runs? But you see how the team rallies around that, and they're like, yeah, like if this guy could do it, we can do it. Like it is such a cool thing to see, specifically with Josh Allen. And I know that he has the propensity to play hero ball, but he's really dialed that back this year, and it's looking like a more balanced offense. It's looking like a more balanced attack. I love what they're doing. I think they win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to be tough out regardless. They just know how to win these weird games. They know how to get into these weird games and make it close and make it like frustrate the other team to the point that it's like, why aren't we beating the Chiefs? Everything is going our way except these four or five things, and somehow they came out on top. And some of those things could be the refs, but this Bills team is built to run up the score, get some separation with the points, and not really, make the refs a factor for like deciding the game. A lot of these games that the Chiefs are playing are like one score, really within that 3 to 7 point range, and a 15-yard penalty swings it completely. The Bills, they got to get up big. They got to get up 14. They got to get up 10 really early in this one, which like they're built to do. And the Chiefs, I know they have Patrick Mahomes, but their offense isn't like lined up the scoreboard right now. Their wide receiving core is pretty mediocre to say be real. The run game hasn't really been there with Pacheco since the injury, and Kareem Hunt looked better last week, but I just don't know week to week what he's going to be. So it's really Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, and Noah Gray out there, like, and Xavier Worthy. So if you can shut down one of those things, take away one of those weapons, I think the Bills have a great shot at controlling this game. So you got Matt Milano, who really is, flying around the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to do a good job of spying Patrick Mahomes on these like quarterback runs where he doesn't want to get out of bounds. DeMar Hamlin on the back end has been really solid. The safeties in general for them have been really solid and not giving up like huge plays. I know the Ravens got loose on them a little bit, but they kept them at the end zone enough, and that's really going to be the thing. Now, Josh Allen, can he not turn the ball over? Did you see when he got asked if he thought about pitching the ball back to James Cook at the goal line,
Yeah.
and he said no, like he gave that little smile, like
Oh,
and yeah, he even said like Josh Allen in the past probably would have pitched that, but he's a new guy. He's played this style of being the guy that controls everything on offense for a while now, and it seems like he's really settled into that role, and he doesn't have to feel like, let's get a touchdown on this play. Let's get it like every play, like let's get a touchdown. It's let's get the first down, let's move the ball, but let's live to fight the next play. And like that's why I think they're gonna win this game.
yeah. I mean, but someone who plays that game perfectly is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes does not give a shit about his stats. He does not care about going out there and showing you that he is the greatest quarterback of all time. He will dink and dunk you to death. He has no problem doing that. And I mean, he has the perfect guy to do that in Travis Kelsey. I mean, Travis Kelsey is looking unstoppable in the playoffs, realistically. I think that the Bills are going to have a really hard time shutting him down because his skill set, I mean, he's really kind of coming on of late, and his skill set matches up one for one with anybody that they're going to put him with. You know what I mean? You're going to have to double team him. And I mean, you could, but then it's going to open up some holes elsewhere. Uh, One thing you mentioned, the refs. I mean, that has been the talk, this entire week is the refs baby Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think that the buzz and this noise about how vocally the Texans have been about, hey, that we didn't get a fair shake, do you think that affects the referees in this upcoming game?
Not at all. This noise has been around for like 3 years now. Like everybody knows or has been complaining about how the refs call the Chiefs. Like they haven't got a holding call in a Super Bowl ever with this Patrick Mahomes team. The right tackle seemingly jumps early every play. Like this is nothing new for the Chiefs and the NFL. And I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, oh yeah, the refs really want them to win. But also, uh, the NFL will be more lenient with the team that has Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift on the sideline and like is bringing in the best ratings. I mean, I'll say that they're if it calls 50-50, I know which way they're gonna lean.
I don't even think it's the Taylor Swift thing of it. I don't think it's that. I think it is the any team that has won back-to-back Super Bowls. It's very NBA-ish. You're going to get more calls than the other team, just by human bias. You know what I mean? And I think we've seen it with the New England Patriots. But when it gets to the point where the commentators are literally being like, "Oh, come on." Troy Aikman did not give a shit. Like it was pretty crazy that he was like saying like this is getting ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. Tom Brady has come out and they've asked him about it, and he's been like, "Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty ticky tack. I think that if we want to have defenders like create turnovers, the only way you can do that is going full speed. I don't believe that these rules are allowing these teams to go full speed. I think the buzz around it, and specifically because now we've narrowed down to there's only 2 games left. I think that that does affect the referees. I think the NFL is going to crack down a little bit more and be like, "Hey, don't do none of this bullshit." It has to be a for sure flag. I think that that noise coming at this specific junction, it is going to affect the game, and I think that you're not going to see these 50-50 calls be, kind of thrown out there anymore.
Yeah, and I think what's heightened for me is watching these other games last week. Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson, when they are running out of the sideline, they're getting hit, and they're not getting even. The ref ain't even thinking of reaching for his flag. There was
Ref
some
ain't even
call
reaching
like
to pick him up.
yeah, there was some plays where like Lamar got hit out of bounds and Jaden Daniels got hit, and I was like, damn, that was like a full on tackle, and no flag, nothing. They're not even
Jalen
considering.
Hurts as well. Jalen Hurts as well.
Yeah. So and it's like three running quarterbacks, more so than Patrick Mahomes is a running quarterback, and they're just not getting the calls, especially like the roughing the passers are the worst ones. Where yeah, there's some helmet to helmet, but it's kind of simultaneously with him throwing the ball. The Will Anderson one was a killer for the Texans, so I hope they clean it up. I just don't see it happening. They like this noise has been surrounding the Chiefs for a while now, and especially this year where there's been a lot of controversial calls during the regular season that have gone, headline material, and they just haven't cared. They still continue to call it this way, and I don't think it's like a full game's worth that is swinging these things for the refs for the Chiefs, but there is some specific calls here and there where you're like, I don't know if another team's getting this. I don't know if like Patrick Mahomes is playing like Chris Paul out there. Like he knows the rules and he's gonna use them to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean that's what great players do. I mean, you use everything at your disposal. So it is going to be interesting to see kind of how that comes into play and if that's on either the Chiefs' mind or the Bills' defense's mind. You know what I mean?
Uh, Patrick Mahomes is like Chris Paul. Like that video where the guy checks in with the shirt untucked and he's like, "That's a technical. That's a technical. His shirt's not untucked, ref." And they're like, "Well, we got to call it. That's technical." that's Mahomes right now.
Oh no. But I mean, all right. So now to get back to the gameplay, you're 100% right. I think that they are lacking offensive weapons on the Kansas City Chiefs side. Defensively, the team has been stout. I mean, they've been overachieving. Spagnola has been awesome. It is probably again more likely going to be tough sledding for Josh Allen and these Bills. Do they outscore them? Do they have enough firepower to make it a double digit lead to hopefully really pull this away from Patrick Mahomes?
I think they do. I mean, James Cook, I think I with this defensive line, with these linebackers, I don't think he's going to be a huge factor in this game. But working guys in who have a lot of speed, like Ty Johnson and Ray Davis, those guys have been great for the Bills to bring a little electricity off the bench. And these wide receivers have stepped up. Like this is both these receiving cores have like a bunch of random guys. But I think the Bills have just as this season went on have gone better. Curtis Samuel's come out of nowhere for me and looked really good for the Bills. And then Khalil Shakir, really fast guy. Mac Hollins gives him a big target. The tight ends are solid. Like I think they have in this receiving tight end core like a little bit of everything that you want for the Bills. When on the Chiefs side, it's like some young guys, some veterans. Like other than Xavier Worthy being really fast, like I don't think a lot of separates for this team. It's just like, well, here's a bunch of receivers. Like
Yeah.
you have Patrick Mahomes, and on the Bill side, they have guys that do a little bit of different things, and and I think they looked really good. Like that was my thing is like, can Josh Allen do it with this receiving core? And I think he can. They are looking really solid right now.
Yeah. And I mean, I only asked that question because realistically, I think that they are going to have to slay the beast and do this by a pretty sizable margin if it is a close game. Much like we talk about Jaden Daniels being like a come from behind guru, Patrick Mahomes knows how to do it. Patrick Mahomes has done it specifically against these Buffalo Bills before. So I think that if you're going to win, you're going to have to do it by a sizable margin. If it comes down to a close game, you're Patrick Mahomes is going to find some Mahomes magic.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it's a completely different level to it with Spagnola's defense, but this Bills team had no problem going against that Ravens defense, which is a really good group. And if they could score against them pretty like easily, then I feel good about Josh Allen and him picking up the blitz. And then that's going to be the main thing is like, can Josh Allen handle this blitz on third down? And I think he's at a point in his career where he has to be able to, you know, understand what's going on and execute in third down situations against this blitz of Spagnola.
Yeah, and so I mean, if you had to pick the game, I'm assuming we're on the same level here.
I'm going Bills Mafia, baby.
I'm going Bills as well. So either we're going to look like geniuses or we're going to look stupid for going
Probably gonna
against
look
Mahomes in the
stupid.
three-peat. Yeah.
Yeah, probably gonna look stupid because that's how it goes with the Chiefs. Yeah, Bills plus 102 money line. I would go that. Over 47.5. I would go that. And yeah, Bills by 10, I'd say.
I think it's going to be Bills. I think it's going to be I think obviously they're going to cover, but I just don't know. You could tell me it's a super close game, razor thin margin. You could tell me that the Bills blow them out. I believe you either way.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys let us know what you're thinking in the comments. Please like, please subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Later.